T-Dog, J-Boy, and me, I'm Lugs. Our pride and joy is pumping our mugs. Be careful, kids, it could get rough. We're flipping our lids on sports and other stuff.
Welcome to Sport Weasel Central. I'm Lugs.
I'm J-Boy.
And I'm T-Dog.
Yes, sir, this is Sports and Other Stuff. Recommended by 4 out of 5 dentists for their patients who chew gum. Who knew? Our show today, who's watching the NBA Finals?
Nobody.
We'll recap. Wait till it's your turn. We'll recap NFL Week 4, and we'll talk a little bit about college football. Is it still going strong, or how do you feel about that? So the first topic, NBA Finals ratings are at all-time lows. Get this, 12 million viewers watched a regular season NFL Sunday Night Football game between the Eagles and Niners, while NBA Final Game 3 had only 6 million viewers. Guys, what's going on with that? Take it away.
Not surprising. I mean, really, they've sort of watered down their product as far as I'm concerned. And if I hear the phrase LeBron's legacy one more time, you know, it's like his legacy is going to be outside of basketball, and he does good stuff outside of basketball for people with his largesse. But basketball-wise, he ain't touching ever Bill Russell or Michael Jordan. Get out.
And that's that. Done. We're done with the show. So long, everybody. So long.
Just to add on to that, if he wins a title, which I still think they'll end up winning, obviously he'll be 2 away from MJ. It's still in the realm of possibility. I don't know what type of stem cell research he'd have to, and obviously cybernetic parts to get to Bill Russell. So let's not even get into that amount of wins.
I don't even know what you just said.
Oh,
go ahead.
Because he would have to become part cyborg to win 11 titles like Bill Russell at this point.
So if LeBron wins, how many is it? And is that with 3 different teams? I forget even.
It would be with 3 different teams, yeah. He won with 4. Heat and Cavs.
That's right. 4 total?
Yeah, 4 total, 2 with the Heat. So, but yeah, like Bill Russell would be pretty like it'd be really impressive if he did tie Bill Russell. Then we'd have to like just reveal he's an alien. Like,
yeah,
there's no a guy
aliens
playing into his 60s.
But as far as viewership, I think it's just there's, especially with this particular finals, there's no question LA's going to win. They let Miami win one last night just so that they get in an extra game.
Whoa, you're talking about like people from the back of the past. You're saying David Stern came out of his coffin and like fixed a game?
Oh yeah, you know it. I mean, the contract says we need this amount of commercial time, so let these boys win one. Because I mean, Anthony Davis, it was obvious. The man is far better than he showed up in that game.
I want to drink your blood.
What? I'll ask you, J-Boy, just real quick. What were the numbers like? Maybe like last, just to compare it. Is there the numbers?
I'd have to do a little research on that. Let me get the crack team. I'll make a quick phone call and we'll get an answer. But talk amongst yourselves. I'll find that for you.
But
we can let's transition. Can we transition to a little bit of college football?
Yeah, let's do that. Take it away.
Well, is the state of Texas dead for football, college and pro? I mean, University of Texas, TCU, like swacked them, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's crazy.
Well, don't forget TCU is in Texas, Lugs. That's called Texas Christian University. Maybe you missed the Texas part. So, you just...
I thought it was termite. But anyway, I knew it was Texas, but TCU has never been valid as far as really having teams. I mean, name me one TCU player who went pro.
There's a pretty big one. LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what did he do?
What did Ladainian Tomlinson do?
LT.
He had a couple of years, but he was saddled with Philip Rivers, the bridesmaid, and so they never ever had a shot at a championship.
This segment of Lugs digging himself a hole is brought to you by
Philip Rivers
What
Fan
has he
Club.
ever done? I don't know. He's going to be getting a gold jacket in a few years. Or did he
LT?
get a
Absolutely. Not yet, I don't think.
Nah, the only gold jacket he's going to get is for Remax Home Builders or whatever.
Foul on the play on that one. Century 21 wears the gold jackets, or old days ABC Sports did, but
Did it start in Texas? Okay.
But at least going off of originally what Lugs was talking about,
Yeah.
you look at the job that Tom Herman's done. And he's been there 4 years now. They're 27-16, so they're 11 games above 500. Considering all the advantages they have over pretty much everyone in the Big 12 except for Oklahoma, for them to have that record. And TCU has been a good team, but I mean they allowed 227 yards rushing to TCU and 3 rushing touchdowns. And I know it came down to a fumble at the end, but it's just, this is the guy that was supposed to turn it around. And this happens with a lot of these big programs. This is supposed to be the guy that turns around. This is the guy that's going to turn around. He's not turning around. I mean, he's going to be a good coach. I mean, you look at what Alabama did to Texas A&M this weekend. Like, they're not going to ever be involved in the championship window that they think they should be.
I mean, Texas hadn't been relevant since Vince Young? I mean, it's been a long time.
They had good years afterwards with Colt McCoy, but yeah, after Colt McCoy, they fell off. I mean, mainly, their peak was definitely Vince Young, but
and Charlie Strong did nothing there for 3 years, right? As a coach, I mean,
no, he was sub 500 each year.
Run out of town on a rail.
I will say this: the cupboard was bare when he kind of took over, but anyone who's like, "Oh, it sucks that he got fired," is like, no, you're sub 500 for 3 years. I mean, that's a legitimate firing. So,
yeah. And speaking of college sports and coaches, is Dabo going to Jacksonville?
Oh, the Jaguars?
The Jaguars?
Yeah.
What?
Hold it. He doesn't even have any connection. Are you talking about the Texans?
He will have a connection because Jacksonville's going to get Trevor Lawrence. And they got 18 number 1 picks. I mean, it's crazy. If Dabo's ever going to go to the NFL, now would be the time.
So go with Trevor to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Jacksonville ain't winning those sweepstakes.
Yeah, I think they're frisky enough. They're going to I'm trying to think about how to put this. They're frisky enough. They're going to win enough games. The Jets are bad enough that maybe they don't take a quarterback in Sam Darnold. Maybe they do take Trevor Lawrence. Maybe they kind of Sam Rosen, Sam Darnold, and be like, well, here you go. We're just going to ship you off. So I kind of believe I agree with J-Boy. I think the Jets are in the driver's seat. I don't know who has more maybe draft capital, because maybe if they keep Sam Darnold, they'll trade away the number 1 draft pick for a boatload of draft picks. But yeah, I think Jaguars are too frisky right now.
All right, so do you want me to cue up the App State highlights, or should we move on to the NFL?
App State highlights?
Yeah, let's move on to the NFL.
That was a joke. Man, you are slow today. Go do something, will you? All right, lots to see here. How about them Cowboys? How about them Browns? Mr. Hoyer, how do you do? Here's the question I was going to ask you, T-Dog. Will either New York team win a game this year? And already maybe some teams, we're just done with them, and are there other teams we should rethink? What do you guys think?
I think Giants have shown enough. Again, kind of go back to the Jaguars thing. I think they've been frisky enough. They'll end up with 1 or 2 wins. To be fair to what you're saying, I don't think it'll be a lot. And again, you look at how rare teams don't win a game. The Jets will end up winning 1 game, but you look at their roster. I don't know. It's going to be 2 to 3. 3 is the height. So
who are they going to beat? I can't see them beating anybody.
I mean, we don't have time to go through their schedule. I'm sure they'll fall into one. I mean, it happens. It happens.
Okay.
And and a lot of probably when Gase gets fired, the team will rally behind whoever it is for at least maybe like a 3-week period, and they pull off something.
Here's who they play: the Cardinals, the Bills, the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Seahawks, and the Browns. Yet to play.
Maybe the Dolphins
and the Chargers.
Maybe the Dolphins if Tua maybe starts, and obviously I think long term Tua will be good, but maybe Tua is rough on his first start or something. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't look great on any of those matchups.
By the way, Kansas City, it's almost illegal. Their offense, shouldn't it be? I mean, it's almost illegal. It shouldn't be legal to do what they're doing to teams. I mean, to throw that little donkey up pass to a receiver going around the end to score a touchdown at the 4-yard line. I mean, that's crazy.
The sweep pass?
Oh, yeah.
Jet sweep passes.
So many tools.
Part of the game, man. It's part of the game. Now, do I agree with you? Should it count as a pass? I mean, technically it's a forward throw, so it is a pass. But to be fair to you, should it only count as a half touchdown for Pat Mahomes? Probably.
I tell you what, the hoodie had it figured out for a half, almost for 3/4.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he had it figured out for 3/4. Unfortunately, Lugs, your boy Hoyer, for a guy who's a vet, played like an absolute dunce cap in critical spots twice.
He's done. He's done. He
Brian
won't be there
Hoyer.
next week.
The taking a sack when there's no timeouts at half when you could have tied it, and then deep in the third quarter, with 3:56 to go, they were in position to score at least another field goal. He's strip sacked by Clark, and then that's where Chiefs finally drive down the field and score that jet sweep touchdown to Tyreek Hill. And that was it. They didn't turn back. So.
That was Brian Hoyer's career right there. He's done. Stidham, I thought, did pretty well considering just thrown in.
Yeah.
And I mean, he had a touchdown and he underthrew that pass and it was intercepted.
Yeah.
But
well, it'll be interesting. One of them's going to start next week because Cam Newton's out again because of COVID.
Is that right? They're going to pull him. He's still out.
So yeah, because of COVID, I'm pretty sure he's going to have to be out. So it'll be Hoyer or Stidham versus Broncos. So
it'll be Stidham. You could tell by the hoodie's look on the sideline after that one fumble, that strip fumble.
Yeah,
he was done. At that point, it was like, okay, you screwed us just one too many times. So,
to be fair to your point, I mean, the Pats played well. Their defense had them keyed on, and just the failure at quarterback because, the running game looked spectacular. I think they were making a lot of good plays. Again, the Chiefs' defense is good, but like just utter dumb plays.
But did you see Hoyer throw that block? That way. And another game, Denver's Rippon. I thought it was Mark Rippon. That's Brett Rippon. He threw a block too. Quarterbacks are throwing blocks this year.
Matt Ryan threw a block on a Todd Gurley rushing touchdown. So, but speaking of tough quarterbacks, I know this will get in Lugs' ire. Sunday night game, Eagles versus 49ers. Again, I know he's never going to give any credit to Carson Wentz. They won that game because of their D-line and Carson Wentz like a warrior. I mean, his touchdown throw to Fumagaye was a thing of beauty. And he has no – I mean, again, Fumagaye, he's a guy they took late this year. He has no, rapport with them. He's playing with a bunch of randos. And for him to pull a game out of his butt like that, it just shows, like, how talented Carson Wentz can be. I'm not saying he's not flawed. I'm not disagreeing with Lugs, but to say he can't be salvaged by someone, I don't know if it's this coaching staff. He should be able to be salvaged by someone.
Smithsonian called. They want that play.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the things that I kind of stuck out for me this weekend, hey, whatever happened to a holding penalty? They're not calling any holding, man. I saw guys